All right. How's everybody doing, Earth Rockers? Staying cool out there? I'm coming to you live from Richmond Drum Studio in beautiful Collinsville, Oklahoma. So one of my students and I were talking about this afternoon was like the few things that, once you get a hold of that can make you become a little bit more comfortable player and a little bit better player. I learned this, believe it or not, from this little section of Guitar Player magazine called My Tips for Beginners or something by Eddie Van Halen. And though Eddie Van Halen, is kind of like not really associated with being a pure blues guitarist, a lot of what he does is based in the blues, believe it or not. So there's a thing called the 12-bar blues, 12 measures. And so usually I'll show it to them just exactly like I learned in that Van Halen thing. It's just like this little shuffle pattern deal like this. If we're doing an A, you're going to have your open A string, your first finger on the second fret on the D, and then you rock back and forth between the fourth fret on the D with your third finger. So it's just something like this. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just playing the open D string or open A string and the fretted notes on the D string. Okay, so one measure counts like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay, so that's a riff that's known as like an A riff. It's the basis of a ton of other stuff, Then you have the one for D, and it just goes up to the next two strings. Open D string, then first fret or first finger on the second fret on the G, back and forth between fourth fret on the G with your third finger. So you're just playing those two strings together. And so same thing, a measure is just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now then for E, you're going to play this down here. E is the low E string open, first fret, finger on the second fret on the A string, third finger on the fourth fret on the D string, and you just, it goes like this. So they call it 12-bar blues because it follows this pattern. It's going to be 4 measures on A, then it goes 2 measures of D, then back to 2 measures of A, then 1 measure of E, then D, then A, then E. Okay, so all together, it's just like you're backing up, you're playing the notes, you're playing Johnny Be Good or something, I'm having trouble with this camera somehow. But anyway, so it's just 12 bars, 12 measures, just like this. So from the top, 1, 2, ready, play. I'm using all downstrokes. So from there you can take and build up on, riffs that use those first positions of this. But anyway, that was when I got a hold of that, when I could do that halfway good, then I felt like I was making some progress. The blues kind of runs through rock and roll and country music and a lot of other stuff. They're just kissing cousins. All right, well, hey, if you want to take some lessons, give me a call or call up here at Richmond Drum Studio in Collinsville. And got any questions, hit me in the comments. Be good.